Morning, guys. It's Jan, Not a Real Farm. Guys, I apologize. We had over an inch of rain yesterday. I couldn't even get into the other garden beds. And so full tour Friday was put off. So we're going to do full tour Saturday. Take a look at how beautiful everything is in the greenhouse this morning. And we actually have some new things going on. Our sunflowers have now started to come out. So this is my short stuff sunflower. And they don't get really much taller than the one behind it. Totally convenient if you're looking at planting sunflowers on a patio. You will get seeds out of them to save for next year. Pretty awesome. Our edible daisies are now starting to bloom. So any day now we're going to be getting some flowers on these. So I can't wait to see what they look like. And then right next to it, actually in the planter, we have Bachelor's Button, which makes a really great cut flower. Awesome colors. I've got more coming up here and underneath here. And then when we round into the herb garden, take a look at the Mexican mint. Isn't that beautiful? I thought maybe it might take over a little bit, but I gotta say it really does add some pop into the herb garden. It looks great. Now, what's happening with the herbs is you can see there's a lot of flowers going on. So we are now going to be getting seeds, so coriander seed, and also our radishes have flowered. So in no time flat, probably within a few weeks, we're going to be able to save the seed from our radishes as well. What I did here for the horseradish is I've been trimming out the leaves. So you can see that it's considerably smaller with the leaves. And then what I did was I put up a fly card, just a sticky little yellow card here, just to keep the flies under control, the white flies. The fig is doing amazing. So what happened here was I actually replanted it in a bigger pot. And now, of course, it's just starting to leaf out. It's very happy. I've got a bunch of brand new buds going on. So we've got a really happy plant. And thank you. Just wanted to let you know we had a subscriber say, hey, throw some fertilizer on it. And I did do that. And now the fig has taken off. So thank you very much. Next to that, in a different planter, we actually have some watermelon. So these are a Georgia rattlesnake melon. And what they do is they get to be anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds. So because I have the room to sort of let them sprawl, I'm going to let them do that. And we actually have a couple of watermelons that have been fertilized here and pollinated. So we'll see how they grow. I've actually got them in an old trash can. I have an old plastic bucket, put some holes in the bottom. That way it makes them portable if I want to move them around. And now we have our Korean mint, which has pretty much surpassed my height. It's got its purple flowers. And when you brush up against it, it smells like black licorice. So this is a really great herbal soda additive if you're looking to get some nutrients, some vitamin C, and a cool taste to your soda. You can use the leaves as well. All right, let's swing around and take a look what else we have. Check out a visitor that we actually have in the greenhouse, guys. We have another butterfly in here. It's amazing. Just gonna let her be and let her do her thing. But while we're here, guys, we have so many things growing in this greenhouse this year. And I have to say that I usually like to break the rules a little bit in terms of growing things closer together. And so far I have been successful with putting things together that don't necessarily agree with one another. Let's put it that way. We take a look here. We've got some tomatoes that are happening. So this is my black strawberry. You can already see that it's got the striping. It almost looks like a watermelon. But this is one of the tomatoes that you guys really, really enjoyed last year when I put the seed up. So we're going to do that again this year. Here we've got a 5-spice pepper. So this is going to be a multicolor pepper and it's going to be hot. Here's some of our little baby tomatoes. So these are called Birdie Rouge tomatoes. And Take a look at the flowers. They really don't get very big, and they're really great for planting in a patio or in a pot where you're going to want to take little cherry tomatoes and add to your salad. So super awesome. All of our peppers have flowers, which is awesome. This is our cayennes, so they're doing amazing. Another mini tomato. So these are my micro tomatoes. They're called pygmies. It's the same thing. Look how tiny the flowers are. Check it out. Our cucumbers are starting to get bigger. And we've actually got quite a few of them. Check it out. Perfect. Can't wait to have fresh cucumber. So these guys here, I don't know if you've ever heard of them before, but they're called Healthy Pepper. They're an organic pepper, and basically we've been growing them for a while now, and they are really putting on some flowers. So we'll probably have a good crop out of them. They're a nice red, large size pepper, and we wanted some sweet peppers this year. So here's my little peeps in terms of having, so this one of course is a micro tomato, but you can see the difference in the height and you can see the difference in the size of the flowers. So little peeps is already starting to peep. Take a look at the tomatoes. So this is good. Everything is growing amazing. We've got more cucumbers in the back here, tons of flowers. So I'm seeing male flowers. So if you take a look at your cucumbers and you're seeing a lot of male flowers, but not a lot of female flowers, chances are that your cucumber is called monoecious. So a monoecious cucumber is going to have more male flowers than female flowers. And if you go to this one here that we just passed, there's more female flowers on this one than male flowers. And this is called a gynoecious cucumber. So there's a big difference. If you're someone that really wants to grow cucumbers, but you're finding that you're getting more male flowers, you might want to look for a gynoecious cucumber. That way you'll have more female flowers, which means more fruit. So just a tip in case anybody wants to grow more cucumbers than they already have. And here, we move this out of the way. Yow, 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 remember this? Look at the thorns. So my lychee tomatoes have put on flowers. So we'll be showing you what those look like soon. The tomatoes have all put on flowers. It's going to be a very big crop here this year. Peppers, peppers, and more peppers. Here we have a kidney bean plant. So it's put on its flowers as well. More miniature tomatoes. This cucumber plant is interesting, and I say that because the other two have flowers. This one has literally one flower. So we'll see what kind of crop we get out of that one. That's interesting. We've got some sunflowers here. And these are the poblano peppers. Let me get down in here so you can see. Starting to put a nice size onto the poblanos. Those will be ready to go in no time. Of course, we have our kale. We have pineapple ground cherries, but these are a large pineapple ground cherry, so we'll see what kind of size berries we get. We're growing something called a fish pepper this year, so it's got interesting colored leaves on it. It's got kind of these white striations on the leaves. This is not bugs or anything like that. This is the way the leaves are supposed to look. So it's going to be a hot pepper. I might be adding obviously some of that to our salsa. We'll see. Flowers, flowers everywhere. Of course, because the greenhouse is too hot, so our lettuce is going to seed. You can see it's growing up here, and it's going to send me out a flower stalk soon. This one has. Take a look here. It's thrown up a flower stalk. So we'll decide basically which lettuce we want to keep and toss the others, because right now you really can't do anything with this lettuce. Got some more cucumbers. We'll see. See how successful that is. And everybody's favorite, here it is. We always plant too much of it. Zucchini. So this was the one we pollinated the other day in the video. And I think that was about 2 days ago. So you can see the size difference as soon as you pollinate that zucchini, how fast they grow. And then this was our pea patch, but we got rid of the peas because they're done. And now what I've done is I've put in albino pepper. So the albino peppers are just basically going to be a white pepper, which is really cool. I can't wait to see what they look like. Turning around. So our blackberries are absolutely ready, and I'll say why. If you look at them, there's zero shine to them. They almost look dull now, right? You can also see even the little one here is sort of almost caving in. So these are ready to go. And the other clue that they're ready is that you can actually smell them when you walk by them. They smell like an extremely sweet fruit. So these are ready to be made into jam. Our bushes are just loaded with them. So we're going to have a good harvest of blackberries this year. We have quite a bit of blackberries. Check it out over here. And the size of them is amazing. But they're also not ripening all at the same time, so that's okay, because I don't know what I want to do with them yet. And just down in our little planters here, we've got safflower. So our safflower is putting on flowers. I only planted a few because I wasn't sure how they'd be in the greenhouse, but so far they seem to be okay and happy. We've planted another mini tomato and some peppers. And in here, our grapes are doing fantastic. So I have to admit, I might turn some into jelly, but the rest of them are probably going to be made into a country wine. We have our little corner of sweet corn that's doing really good. So we've been coming along here, making sure it's watered. We move them around if there's not enough breeze. And they seem to be doing okay. So I'm waiting now to see that flower stalk sent up, and I'm waiting to see that tassel. That's what I want to see. And then we have more miniature tomatoes. And then we have some bronze fennel growing in the back here. Bronze fennel is amazing, really great health benefits. So those will be probably going in our sodas. We have more peppers. And our tomatoes. And way in the back here, I have to take a look and see what's munching on it, but it looks still pretty healthy. It's called Motherland okra. So this is going to be a very big plant, and hopefully we can figure out what it is that's munching on it. Probably a cutworm. Get rid of it and let it keep going. Our wasabi is doing amazing. So wasabi kind of likes the shade a little bit, so that's why I have it hidden back here. And then we also have a hibiscus plant that's decided to sprout up, so we'll be seeing how that goes. And in front of that is our famous red onion, our red walking onions. Take a look. Look at the size of these things. So I have to pick these now because the skins are pretty much dry, you can see on them. They are ready to go and ready to be planted. So if we don't end up selling all of these seeds, then we're just going to make a completely new garden of walking onions. So that'll be 3 gardens of walking onions, but that's okay. Take a look at our zinnias. So these have started to come up, and this is my first one. So this is a Queen Lime Blush zinnia. And then down here we have our trailing calendula or sea marigold. And we also have our ginger bush, which is doing amazing. And our sweet grass is now starting to come back to life and pop right up. So everything's doing amazing. We've also decided to grow Greek mountain tea. And it is amazing to put in tea. So hopefully it'll get a little bit bigger and I'll be able to save some of the seeds from it and share it. But everything's growing really great in here, guys. Now I got to get to watering. that's it today for me, guys, with the greenhouse tour. I take you outside, but it is so wet out in the yard. I'd be maneuvering around a bunch of puddles, and so we'll save the full tour for another day. I hope everybody is having a fabulous long weekend. See you soon.